right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We are live. Welcome back to Tips from Elaine's Desk. Elaine Proby here, CEO of PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, and Tips from Elaine's Desk. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Top of the week. Top of the week. All right. So today our conversation is going to be very, very interesting for those of you who are operating your business. It's going to be some simple points, but stuff that we definitely need to have. And it's about 3 processes that every successful business needs in order for you to make sure that your clients is satisfied, period, right? So we are in business. As long as our clients are satisfied, as long as our customers are satisfied, then our business will continue to thrive. So what we want to talk about today, guys, just 3 simple processes that we need to make sure in order for you to be successful that you have in place. So again, Richard, thanks for jumping in here. All right, thanks for jumping in. All you guys, hit like and share on this video. Let's get going because this is going to be exciting, right? So what is processes that the business need? What does it mean? It is a structured process, a structured set of steps that every business have to have in place in order for you to operate successfully. That's simply what it is. And a lot of times we want to know why things doesn't work well, why everybody in the business is confused, why there's so much going on, and why the output is so bad or so poor. If you got to say so yourself, and it's simply because there's not a good process in place in order for the business to just operate very freely and very successfully. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's jump right into this. The first process today, guys, is called process mapping. And mapping, in the sense of what it is exactly that. What it is a structured flow of how things are supposed to work throughout your business, right? Now you can make a flow chart, something that you could just handwrite. There's software that you can use for process mapping, which is the flow chart, which is exactly what it's saying. I'm saying this because it is very simple. It is how the work flows through the business operation. That's what it is. So mapping means that you're going to sit there and you're going to map out when the work comes in, when the client comes in, when an order is placed, you're going to map out how everything happens with that order, how it flows through the process, right? We have to have this because if not, everything, like I said, gets all, bundled up and then it bottlenecks somewhere. And of course, what that does is it doesn't come out like it's supposed to be. Clients are dissatisfied. Business is disrupted and it's just chaos, right? It's simply chaos. So the first point, guys, process mapping. So make sure you know exactly what is going to happen when an order comes in, what's going to happen when someone needs some services and it comes in, what's the flow process is going to be. That's what the mapping is all about. So from the time it comes in till it goes out. And you know what? This sounds simple, but a lot of folks do not do this. We don't have this documented, and a lot, it might be up here. We might know what's supposed to happen. But if you have a team of people working for you, they need to know what's supposed to happen. Right? They have to know what they're supposed to do. And the order that they have to do it in, there's a certain order. That's what the mapping is all about. There's a certain order, guys. This is all of it in a nutshell. It is a flow chart of the processes of how the work is going to flow through the company. Just that simple. Now, I don't want to make it any more complicated because this is what we all have to do with our businesses for it to be successful. Okay. So that's my first point, basic flow. It is called process mapping. And it means that just like a map, if you're trying to get a direction to go someplace, it's the same thing, step by step. How do you get there? How do you get there? That's all this is. Same thing with the work. Same thing with an order. If you are in the business of manufacturing, same thing with all those parts, how it flows through. And of course, if it's a service business, we need to know how that flows as well. All right. So that's my first point today, guys. Hit like and share. 3 business needs in order for you to operate and be efficient. Okay. So let's go on to our second point today. So you guys hit like and share on this video. Okay. Hit like and share on this video. Second point today, and I love this one right here. This is a serious one, client onboarding process. Now, all of you guys are in business. You get new clients all the time. Someone refers someone to you. People are calling your line. You're out there promoting. You're doing all the best, everything that you can to get new clients in. So how do you onboard these new clients? How do you get them successfully in and for them to receive your service? Or how do you get them on board if they're trying to buy merchandise, and make sure that they stay put and make sure that they actually purchase? This is what we want to do. So professionalism, courtesy, expertise, these are the qualities you got to have in order to onboard a client. Someone just call your business, someone call you up, they say they need some services from you. Richard, they need your service. How are you going to get them on board? How are you going to get them to sign up? How are you going to get them to come in? This is what we want to talk about right now, guys. So what happens is, we first of all have to have an interview with those clients. We need to know what their needs are. First and foremost, you set up that initial meeting. You need to speak to them. You need to find out, what do they want from you? What kind of need, what it is that they need to fulfill, right? So you have to listen to that. Then you have to assess that process to see what it is that you need from them in order to fulfill those needs. So this is a process, the onboarding process that you have to go through. So you got to evaluate the client, get them to tell you their story, get them to tell you what they want. Then you assess it and see what it is that you need to get from them. You need to understand the industry that they're in. You need to understand what their goals are, where they're trying to go, what they're trying to accomplish out of this meeting, and the services that they need from you. So this is the second point you have to do. And once you have that approval and that client says, okay, fine, let's do this, you have to know what's next, because nothing is worse than onboarding a new client and then everybody else doesn't know what to do. Everybody is confused. No one knows what the next move needs to be, right? So this is why you got to have a process in place. We just talk about processes. This is why you have to have a process in place to onboard new clients. This is what happens. Like in my office, we have the same process. We have something that's completely automated. So once I speak to a client, once they're on board, once they're ready to go with the services, it goes into our pipeline. And it gets into that pipeline. So it goes to every department. Everyone is notified. Everyone knows what their job duties are, what they need to do for this client in order to keep that flow going efficiently and effectively. This is the whole purpose. This is the whole plan. This is exactly what you need to have done. Okay, so this is called the onboarding processes, and you have to make sure that, one, you can get that client in and get them satisfied. First of all, if they're satisfied or want to work with you, then they have to be satisfied all the way through the process, right? All the way through the process. So this is why you have to make sure that you got everything in place for that client work and or services to flow right through the business to the very end, right through until it all is reviewed, is delivered back to the clients, they're completely satisfied. Then you can also carefully bill that client. They're going to be happy, so they're going to pay you for those services. And then again, what happens? A satisfied customer, a satisfied client, what do? They refer other people to you. This is how your business grows too, guys. This is so important. This is how your business grows, and this is how you become successful in business, okay? So that's my second point today. Thank you guys for jumping on here, Norman Strong. Thank you for jumping in. Hi, Joan. How are you? Good afternoon, Miss Roby. Good afternoon to you too. All right, guys. Thanks for jumping in. Lerner Smith, thank you for the hearts. Hey, Rod. Thank you, bro, for jumping on here. You guys hit like and share. We're talking about 3 processes every successful business needs. Right? You got to have these in order to be successful. Let's just face it. You want to know why other people are so successful in what they're doing, and you're looking at it. They may make it look easy, but there's a lot of things that they're doing behind the scene that you don't really see. And this is why everything looks so good. It looks like they're making money, but you don't know what happened behind the scene. They have these processes in place. Trust me, they are in place or they cannot function. Okay, so let's jump into our third point today. And the third point today, guys, it's called customer relationship management. Now, we have to make sure that this happens in every business. I don't care if it's a manufacturing business, whether you're in retail, food service, whatever you're in, whether it's any type of service business, any type of materials, any type of whatever you're doing, whether you are the only person in the business, you're a sole proprietor, whether you have a huge organization, that's even worse. You must have a good customer relationship management team. And this is where you have to make sure that things are, automated, because your customer has to be satisfied. So if you have this fully automated, fully integrated, so that customers' needs are being met, You can have easy communication. This is what customers want. A lot of times, people, they're very patient once they know what's going on. They just need to be informed. So communication is important. So you have to have easy communication with your customers. You have to provide them with personalized services. People like for you to, reach out to them, be personal. You know what they're calling. You already know their story. So there's no point in having a customer or a client call you and then it sounds like you have no idea what they're talking about and their work is in-house, guys. So this is not, the whole team needs to have great customer relationship because they have to know what the customer's work is and what the workflow is, what the order is, what the service is that's in-house. You have to have this automated. Everyone needs to be aware of this. You build a strong customer relationship once you know this. Once they know that you know what's going on with their project, what's going on with their work, once they know that you are fully abreast of everything that's happening with them, then of course it builds a strong relationship with you and the customer and overall satisfaction, right? Overall satisfaction. This is what you need. And so anyway, for you to be successful and keep these customers on and how to emphasize, this is it. You must have a system in place for great customer relationship management in your business. Again, if you're the only one in it, you got to be all those parts. You got to be all those people. You have to be that person. You can't be one way today and another day you are not in the right frame of mind and something else doesn't come out right. You cannot do that. You must play all those positions, play all those roles if it's just you in there, so that your customer is very happy, so that they can come back and they will spread the word. That's it. That is my 3 points today. Let's go back and recap 3 processes that every successful business needs. You must have processes in place for your business to operate successfully. That's it. You can't just run. And again, like I always say, run it blindly. Anyone that's running a business blindly and don't have a plan, don't have any process, don't have anything in place to make sure that they're going down the right path, again, like I said, they are just operating in the dark. So let's recap these processes. Okay. The first one is process mapping, and that's just you doing a flow chart. You can do this by hand, say where everything goes. Once it comes in house, it's going to go to this department, it's going to go to this department, it's going to go here for processing. If it's a manufacturing company, if you're shipping something out, where it goes in, it gets processed, it goes and it gets reviewed and everything is corrected. Someone check and balances, the order is perfect, it goes to shipping, it goes out. This is what the mapping is. It's the flow chart of how everything works through the business till it gets out the door to the customers. Okay, so that's the first point, process mapping. Second point today is onboarding process. We need to make sure that all of our new customers, new clients are satisfied from the time they call your phone. Guys, from the time they pick up the phone and call, they need to be welcome. They need to feel that warmth. They need to feel like you need to service them and you are very excited that they have called you. So client onboarding is very important. You set up an appointment, you speak to the client, you find out what their needs are, and then you let them know what you need from them in order to fulfill those needs. So there is a two-way street there, because if you don't know what they're trying to accomplish, what their goals are, you won't know how to service those needs, right? So you have to have a great understanding of what that process is. Then you let them know what you need to fulfill those needs. And then you send it through once they agree to everything, you send it through, like in my office, we put it through a pipeline and it goes to the various departments and everyone knows what they need to do until it gets back for review and back out to the client. Okay, so client onboarding process. It's very serious because you don't want to upset any new client from the onset. You really don't want your whole staff to not know what to do when a new client is on board. So you must have an onboarding process in place. All right. Hey, Risha, Utah, thanks for jumping in. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. All right, guys. So Iris, thanks for jumping in here. All right. Hi. Okay, guys, hit like and share on this video. We're recapping our 3 points today. 3 processes every successful business needs. Third point, we're in the third point. Third point is customer relations management. We have to be able to manage our customers. Guys, your business cannot grow if you simply can't manage the customers that you have if you only have a few? What's going to happen if you have a whole lot of customers? So if you have something in place, you have automation in place, you have some software, some systems that you are managing your customer, it doesn't matter if you have 10 of those, it doesn't matter if you have 100 of those, the process will remain the same. So you have to have it automated. You have to have something that can automatically communicate with the clients. As a matter of fact, if they can communicate with you through an automated process, they can send you emails, ask questions, get questions answered. They could do this 24 hours a day. And when you get ready to start your new day, these clients would have already responded to you. They've already maybe placed a request. They have already, let you know their concerns. So if you have this automated, guys, customer relationship management is very important, and it got to be automated within, it has to be integrated within your processes and systems within your business. Okay, so you will not be able to grow any further if all the stuff is done manually, and that's why they got all these software out there that can help you with this process. Okay, so those are my 3 points today. 3 processes every successful business needs in order for you to grow and make as much money as there is out there for you to get. Okay, and it's all in how you do it and how much time you put into it. Okay, that is my 3 points. So that brings me to where we go from here. Elaine'sDesk.com, right? I'm gonna Elaine'sDesk.com. Okay, she said if you have any comments, you guys, if you have any comments, questions, put it in the chat. I know I've talked to a lot of you guys out there on many occasions about your business and things that you need to do and how you need to grow it and processes and how you need to make that next steps. And I've spoken to so many of you guys out there on that. But again, I know that you are not going to get it all in one shot. So that's why we got all this stuff at Elaine'sDesk.com. Go back and you guys and look at those videos. If you have any other questions or clarifications that you do need, I always encourage you, some of you have taken advantage of it. I always encourage you to set an appointment or go to the calendar at PROBY'S.com and book yourself a 15-minute free consultation. Usually it runs more than that because I've spoken to so many of you guys so many times. And I'm always happy to help because I want to see everyone succeed because, our motto here is your success is our business. We have to win everybody's successful because then everybody wins. The win-win situation. All right, so go to PROBY'S.com or call the office 323-290-9034 if you guys want to make an appointment, or go to the website and just go in the calendar and find your day and time, whichever you like, and then I'll be happy to talk to you guys. From that point, be here every Tuesday and Thursday. What are we talking about this Thursday? This Thursday is going to be exciting. 3 reasons it's important to get out of debt. Now, I had so many people ask me this question, so we're going to talk about getting out of debt. I know you guys are going to be interested in this because, hey, who is not in debt right now? I don't care if it's just one simple credit card that you have or you have a credit card for a department store because you shop all the time. Whatever that might be, all of us are in some type of debt or another. So we're going to talk about 3 reasons why it is important to get out of debt. So you guys join me back here on Thursday at 1 p.m. All right, 3 p.m. Eastern time. With that said, I want you guys to have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday afternoon. And you guys take care of each other and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.